is the Arabic language and why grammar is in the starting point. Most people complicate the Arabic language before they even begin, in a way whereas they psychologically tell themselves that they are learning Arabic grammar. And this is something that when I met Dr. Abdul Rahim, rahimahullah, the author of the Medina books, the books that are studied in the Medina University in Saudi Arabia, in the city of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he mentioned that for some reason people, when they learn the Arabic language, they tell themselves, I am learning Arabic grammar, as if Arabic grammar or grammar was the language itself. And you guys can hear it from himself here.
You see, in languages, you ask people, what language are you learning? He says, I'm learning Spanish, I'm learning French, I'm learning Russian. But if you ask a man who's learning Arabic, he doesn't say, I'm learning Arabic. He says, I'm learning Arabic grammar. There's a mindset which is wrong.
So they enter Arabic as if it's a math subject. Rules first, charts first, i'rab first, terms first. And what happens is that they feel like Arabic is too hard. They quit before they even say a basic sentence. But Arabic, at its core, it's not grammar. Arabic is a language, and a language is something you build as a skill, not something you solve like an exam. You don't need to understand every rule to start communicating. You need to start acquiring words first, using them, and then building a real ability inside of you, your tongue, a trait that is part of you now. Is rasikh, عندك is thabit, is part of you. That's why the scholars, when they speak about the language, they speak about two things: vocabulary and the laws or qawaneen, or the rules that organize vocabulary, that puts together in a sentence to make sense of that vocabulary. Not the terms first, the qawaid, the principles first, then maybe words later. And that brings me to the quote that proves this phenomenon that I'm saying, by a scholar from hundreds of years ago, considered as a Arabic language scholar. Now, this scholar, his name is Ibn Sida al-Andalusi. He was one of the scholars from Al-Andalus, and he's considered a scholar in the Arabic language. He has his own dictionary, and he is one of the references when it comes to the Arabic language, the classical Arabic language found in the Quran and the Sunnah. He says, اللسان ليس مقصورا على اللسان والعرب فحسب بل هو حد شامل له ولكل لسان وهو ضربان أحدهما حفظ الألفاظ الدالة لكل لسان وما يدل عليه لشيء منها وذلك كقولنا طويل قصير عامل عالم جاهل. والثاني, and the second thing, والثاني في علم قوانين تلك الألفاظ ومعنى القوانين أقاويل جامعة تنحصر في كل واحد منها أشياء كثيرة مما تشتمل عليه تلك الطريقة حتى يأتي على جميع الأشياء التي هي مصوغة للعلم بها أو على أكثرها. وابن سيدة هو أول من استعمل كلمات أو كلمة اللسانيات كما ورد في مقدمة المحكم. So he says language is not limited to Arabic alone, as in the knowledge of how to learn a language is not limited to Arabic alone, but rather it is a universal concept that applies to all languages. And this is something that, obviously when we come to many of our students at Anders Institute, for example, learning the Arabic language is the second language that they are learning. They know two languages now, or they know one language, which is their mother tongue, and the second language, which is learning the Arabic language. So they think that all of these rules and all of these ways and all of this, when it comes to the concepts of how to learn a language, they think is only for the Arabic language. But Ibn Sida here, he clearly says language, as in, linguistics, how to learn a language, is not limited to Arabic alone. Then he says, the first is the memorization of words and expressions that signify meaning in every language, such as tall, short, worker, scholar, ignorant. So this is the first step. Knowing these words, knowing what each of these words mean, what context you can put them in, etc. Then the second is knowledge of the laws that govern these words. These laws, qawaneen, are universal principles that encompass many expressions which within each rule. They enable a comprehensive understanding of how language is structured for the purpose of knowledge and expression. Tamam. So the second part is these rules. What is a mubtada? What is a khabar? What is a maf'ul bihi? What is mabni lil majhul? What is al munada? What is al munada al ghayr maqsuda wal maqsuda? And all of these different things that you then can take these words and use these rules so you can make sense of them.